Elementary students, please go down to the ticket booth to form a tunnel for the team. All elementary students, down to the ticket booth.
Sir, you're in the shot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Hey, Coach Brown. Get my brother. Hey, Coach Brown.
Let's go, kids. Get fired up along with Mr. Bishop.
Thanks anyway. Too slow. That's all right. Don't play that slow.
Your officiating crew for this evening's contest: Artenzia Young Sigler, Sean Bullock, linesman Ryan Hartley, line judge Teresa Emerson, back judge Bradley Ayers, ECO David Estes. Your captains for the lines from Grace Christian Academy: number 7, Jackson Hitt, 23, Cooper Mason, number 77, George Stein, number 55, Bryce Woodard. For your Eagles, number 7, James Woodrow, number 9, Donovan Smith, number 68, Devin Ray, and number 65, Andrew Carlton. Nashville Christian will open, receiving the football. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to please stand, remove your hat, as we're led in prayer by Nashville Christian CFO Mark Cobb, led in the national anthem by teacher Blake Malden.
Bow your heads. Most gracious and all-wise God, we take this moment to pause and say thank you. Father God, we thank you for your favor, we thank you for your grace, and we thank you for the blessings of life this day. But most of all, Lord God, we thank you for the salvation that comes from your Son, Jesus Christ. Lord God, I pray a special anointing on tonight's game between Nashville Christian and Grace Christian. I pray a special blessing on the coaches, their staff, and the athletes that will compete on each side of the field. Lord God, may they compete injury-free and to the best of their abilities. Bless the greater student bodies of both schools, their staff, and their families. We thank you for all those in attendance tonight, Lord God, that everyone will enjoy themselves and have a good time and arrive safely to their homes or other destinations. Lord God, we thank you this day for your grace and your mercy, for your fullness and your joy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, we've proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You have just heard the singing of our national anthem from Nashville Christian School in Bellevue, Tennessee. This is Mike McPherson, along with Chandler Clark, bring you the broadcast of Nashville Christian hosting Grace Christian from Franklin. And our team is posed and poised, primed, and ready to prance onto the Swarton turf here in Bellevue. Chandler?
Wow, could have made a Baptist sermon out of that right there with the alliteration, Mike. Excellent job there. Shout out to you. I'm very excited for this matchup. Grace Christian coming in at 5-1 on the season. They've scored more points than the Eagles, and so this is going to be no small task.
And here come the Eagles onto the field. It's football time in Bellevue. Chandler, we bring a 3-2 record in after losing to Franklin Road Academy and Good Pasture consecutive weeks to open the season. Both of those were one possession losses or one score losses, and then 3 in a row.
That's right. We're on a 3-game winning streak, beating BGA here at home, Clarksville Academy on the road, and then last week in a shootout against the Davidson Bears here at Keaton Field with a 59-51 win. And like I mentioned earlier, the Lions are very susceptible to scoring a lot of points. They've scored 190 throughout their 6 games so far. And so the Eagles defense will be tested. Number 9, Kyle Davidson, is somebody to watch for the Lions. They will line him up at running back. They'll put him in the slot. He is he'll be their punt returner as well. He can do it all. He is their Swiss Army knife.
Well, it looks like we are massed to rush onto the field to receive the kick. Davidson Academy opting to receive the second half kickoff. Looks like Mitchell Lemon will kick off, a senior. And Grace Academy's got some big boys also. We've got a good-sized team overall, and we've got excellent speed. I think we've got a lot more speed than a lot of people anticipated this year. And last week, as Chandler mentioned, we would be remiss to not mention that. I'm not sure what remiss means, but it was just a classic offensive shootout. I've never seen anything like it, and it did set a record for most points on this field.
And all thanks to Jared Curtis as well. Went 13 for 19 for 332 yards, 5 touchdowns, only 1 interception. And he was able to do a little with his legs as well. Jared looked incredibly comfortable even when he was rushing around sideline to sideline, making something out of nothing. He's very good extending the play. And he's going to need a clean game tonight as well if the Eagles are going to pick up another win to make it 4 in a row.
All right, we're just about ready to go. I'm not sure what the delay is here. And the Lions are about ready to kick off to the Eagles here on an absolutely perfect night with the temperature hovering around 70, going to drop down about 61 by the time we go home.
And, folks, it's a special night tonight. It is the Sky Bowl game in honor of Skylar Rose, one of the Coach Stedman Bell's daughter, and his charity that he and his wife have started is for families that experience infant loss, and just a great foundation, turning something beautiful out of something tragic. And we're hoping that they get a lot of donations for some families in need, Mike.
Well, we're ready to begin, and we've got once again an overflow crowd. We've got hundreds of people parking their chairs in the end zone and behind the goalpost in the corner of the end zone, and just a perfect football atmosphere night. And we are just about ready to get things underway, and here's the kick. High one. It's going to be short. Caught at the 10-yard line. Up to the 15, the 20. That's Warmbroad. 25-30, 35-38-yard line. He broke a couple last week. And a nice return there.
Might have gone a little farther had he not run into Donovan Smith, his running mate there.
So they're going to bring the ball in across the way and place it. They actually let him lunge past the 40 to the 41. So Nashville Christian, Nate Thompson at center, the guards Cooper Collins and Peyton Woodard, the tackles Devin Ray and Kevin Bradley. We've got wideouts coming over here. Jaden Satterfield to this side. Donovan Smith, wide out to the other side. Tailback Cam Carden behind Jared Curtis. And we got JT Robbins coming in motion this way from a flanker position. And we suddenly have a toss of the yellow handkerchief and an illegal procedure. I'm not sure what we did. Coach Brothers, I can tell that stance. It was us, not the official or the other team. Ball marched back to the 36. Second, first down and 15 right off the bat here. Same formation, same play apparently. Curtis waiting. Since JT motion here and he stops. Here we go, right side Carden, 35. Boy, they hit him right there at the line of scrimmage. And they were waiting for us as that they collapsed the left side of our line. It'll be second down and probably still 15 on that hit. Boy, they came after that. And, you know, Grace Christian Academy, they've come out of nowhere as far as a school. Just incredible growth in a short amount of time down in Franklin. And they're up here. They're wanting to pull the upset. So we've got on the left hip, looks like number 2. Curtis throws it out here to Warmbroad on a little flare out to the outside, and he doesn't get anything. Boy, they have snuffed us out on the first 2 plays, Chandler.
And that was a tackle by Jordan Carter, I believe, with the great open field tackle there. Warmbroad typically able to make the first guy miss with his speed, but not that time.
He's going to lose 2 back to the 34. So we're facing third down and about 17 to go. We're going to bring wideouts to the right side. We'll bring 3 to this side, 1 to the other side. Cam Carden back there with Curtis, who will no doubt go upstairs. And here's the snap. He's going to roll to the right. And flags. And I believe they're going to get, are they going to get Grace with offsides?
They are. These refs are vigilant so far.
Boy, already 3 flags. We are going to now face a 3rd and 12, making it a little bit more negotiable. The field is in immaculate condition. The weather is absolutely perfect. It's a Friday night football only in America, ladies and gentlemen. 10:22 to go, the clock running down in the first quarter as we bring 3 again to this side.
Freshman.
Like we got Satterfield on the other spot. Go ahead.
Bryson Holton there as well.
Here's Curtis rolling to the right, looking for a receiver. Doesn't find anyone. Now he finds an open man, but a bit low. He didn't get his feet really set and underneath him.
It was intended for Bryson Holt, the freshman. And again, Jared's usually pretty good rolling out, and sometimes he had enough room there, nobody chasing him. He probably had enough time to set his feet, plant them, and deliver an accurate throw. But that one just a little behind and off the mark.
Jacob Ellis to punt. He didn't punt at all last week and gets it off. And nice kick. It's going to fill it and ask for a fair catch back inside the 30-yard line. So Jacob should be rested with his leg because he never went out on the field to punt last week.
And he was, I'm glad he got it off. It was almost a little too late.
They were on him. 59-51 was our score last week in an incredible game against Davidson Academy. And so we need to come down off that high, and I think our guys are ready to play. And Grace Christian comes out facing the defense up front. It's going to be Kevin Bradley and Jaden Potts at the tackles. On the defensive ends, Ryan DeMumbrium and Vasily Santos. They're going with a 4 men down here. JT Robbins, linebacker, comes all the way up to where right behind where a nose guard would be. They also have 4 wideouts. Back to pass. Pass is complete, 30. A nice little about a 5-yard completion there on a little slant route inside. Kyle Davidson completing it, and Nashville Christian brings him down at that point, but he's going to get about 6. They are quickly to the line without a huddle. So
I told y'all, folks, number 9, keep an eye on him. He's going to get a lot of targets tonight. He's going to be busy.
Jackson Hyatt, the quarterback, senior, 6'2", 175. And he's going to send his man in motion to the flanker spot, and here's the snap. He's going to roll to the right, looking to pass. That pass is complete. And being knocked out of bounds at that point is number 9, and that's Kyle Davidson, as you just mentioned, Chandler.
I think the further receiver went a little early, and, yep, that's exactly what happened.
You got it. So that negates that first down, and it was a good play for Davidson Academy as they picked up the initial first down of the game.
I think he wanted the old Canadian Football League, head start where you come from behind and you get a couple of legs in there before you can take the go route. It's a go route pretty much on every play.
9:15 to go. You just joined us. There's no score. 5 wide outs. Again, looks like passing situation. Hyatt looks over the bench to get the possibly audible call. 2nd down and 9. 6 on the play clock, and here they go to pass. And this time another slant across the middle. He's going to pick up the first down, and we pushed him forward for the first down to the 43. So he was short of the marker, and we couldn't bring him down, and then our line turned and went back to help out in the secondary and pushed him past the 40 for the first.
There is a very glaring mismatch on the line of scrimmage. And it's going to allow the Eagles to get to the quarterback very quickly, and so I'm expecting a lot of quick passes tonight.
Hyatt waiting. He's going to give the tailback up the middle, 40, 45, 50. Still on his feet past the 45 into our territory. Finally, Warmbroad brings him down, but what a nice run by, was that Highland?
I didn't catch the number on the run, but
is that the ball carrier that's down right now?
It might be.
Outstanding run as he went up the middle. Well, Chandler, be looking up how many viewers we have. We always enjoy keeping up with that. And those of you that are not able to make the game, I know some people are even traveling. And that's why we try to give the broadcast more of a radio flavor, because there are some people going out of town or coming back into town, and they've got people tell me they've got their phone on, but they can't look at it while they're driving. And so we try to paint the picture as best we can via the audio broadcast, but I know some of you are able to watch at the same time while listening.
Yes, that indeed was the ball carrier who is down on the field going back and looking at the tape. But we do want to give a shout-out to the 61 people that are currently listening, watching, tuning in. We're grateful for you. If you're supporting any individual player, whether for the Lions or the Eagles, we would love to give them a shout-out.
And those shout-outs are only $10 a piece, and you can make your checks out to Mike McPherson, and I'll be donating that, I'm sure, to some cause called my wallet. So at 8:38 to go, let's see the runner. I'm sorry, that was Nathan Green, senior, and man, he had a great spurt. He's only 5'6", 170, and we couldn't catch him. And he's finally knocked down at the 41, where the Lions will have it after getting their second first down. The clock is wound. They come trotting out onto the field. We've got J.T. Robbins and Cam Cardinal linebackers. Got Donovan Smith at the corner, Braylon Tolan in the other corner, Bryson Holt safety, Warmbroad and Lawson also back at free safety and strong safety. Here we go. Pass, another slant across the middle, complete. 45, 40, down to the 30, 40 to the 35 to the 30. He's going to carry to the 28 before he's slung down. That's Kyle Davidson, and Chandler, you called it. He's going to get the ball a lot, and they're going right to him and right to the line of scrimmage. Looks like Heupel's offense at Tennessee. There's no huddle. And they're getting plays off quickly. And it's going to go, no, the quarterback's going to keep it after a great fake, and he's going to be met at the line there. He faked to Brock Woodard and then kept it. Cam Carden brings him down from his linebacker spot. So they've got us on our heels a little bit, so it's time to bow up here and see if we can thwart this initial drive as we approach the 7.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Lions barking out the signals. 2nd and 8. Plenty of time on the play clock.
Good discipline there from the Eagles not to jump after a couple of claps from the quarterback. Looking to the sideline to get the call.
Hyatt then moves Woodard to his right, and they're going to go that way. He's going to pass it down and out. This is complete. Then he turns back into the defense. This time we kept him from getting any yardage on the reception. J.T. Robbins brings him down, but he still picked up some yardage to make it 3rd down and 3. Again, the Lions, without a huddle, they're just getting their calls from the sideline, and they push the ball into our territory, and they're down on our 20-yard line. Crowd trying to come to life. Been a little bit subdued so far. Worn out from last week. And here we go. Crowd coming alive. And they're going to fumble that football. That's going to be recovered by Nashville Christian. Vasily Santez, I told him today, maybe you can get a highlight tape, a highlight moment. And we talked about maybe he can pick up a fumble and score, and he got the fumble. Maybe he can get a score later.
Yeah, huge break for the Eagles. The Lions were looking very disciplined, both on the ground and through the air. And now we'll get to see the offense on their second drive here, hopefully a little cleaner than last one with the penalty or two that just put them in a tough spot.
We're going to bring Satterfield all the way out this way with Warmbroad. We've got Cam Carden at the tailback behind Jared Curtis, the freshman. And he's back to pass, straight drop. He steps up in the pocket, throws it long downfield. That pass is caught by Satterfield. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put it in the Hall of Fame. Touchdown, 74 yards. Curtis to Satterfield. Boom! What a way to break the tie. A perfect route, a perfect throw, a perfect reception, and then he gallops the remaining 25 yards.
Wow.
Curtis threw that. We'll have to add up how far he threw it in the air. Wyatt Martin ready to tack on the extra point. Did he do it? He did. It's good. Nashville Christian explodes to a 7-0 lead with an incredible 74-yard touchdown. And I guess the ball was about 40 yards in the air, at least.
It was in the, on my little timer here, it was in the air for about 3.5 seconds.
What a perfect throw. He stepped up in the pocket just as he was about to get wrapped up, lets it fly, and fly it did.
And looking back at the tape, Jaden had to catch it in the air over two guys and then shed a little arm tackle there.
Yes.
So not to discount the incredible catch as well, the concentration from Jaden, who's had a couple of long touchdowns this season so far. So good to see him with a huge highlight.
What an explosion. Just when we're thinking we can't top next week, that play was a really good layer of icing over the cake from last week. 6-12, first quarter. Wyatt Martin to tee it up. Approaches it. He can put him in the end zone. Let's see if he does. And, boy, that's a line drive right to the 8-yard line. The back getting it quickly. Gets to the 20. Man, what an incredible hit by Cam Carden.
Woo!
He plastered him with a double whammy, and he went down, boom, quickly.
Whew.
What a hit.
Felt that one up here in the booth.
Boy, he shattered the carrier. There were trees rocking back and forth in the woods there when he pelted him. All right, Grace Academy had a good drive last time that got thwarted with the fumble, and this time Potts at the tackle spot is going to jump on top of the back of the ball carrier. Is that Woodard that carried?
33, yeah, Brock.
Yep, Brock
Woodard.
All right, 2nd and 11, 5:43 to go and counting, first quarter. Quarterback Hyatt. He's got, once again, 4 receivers, 3 to this side, 1 to the opposite. Crowd coming to life. Snap. He's going to pitch. Turns the corner. He gets some room. 30, 35. He's pelted again, but he keeps going and lunging down that sideline. The ball carrier, that was Woodard again. Man.
He delivered a little blow himself.
He did.
To the safety there.
And they pick up another first down.
It's going to be a physical match here.
The ball is pushed to the 41, so Grace Academy trying to answer that first punch by Nashville Christian. If you just joined us, Jared Curtis just unloaded a 74-yard bomb to Jaden Satterfield, freshman to senior, and it was a beautiful stroke there. Oh, Potts hits the carrier in the backfield for the loss. This time, Woodard went nowhere. Potts comes in from his tackle spot, and he just brushed past the line.
I anticipate Jaden Potts is going to have a good night. That he's got a mismatch with the offensive lineman in front of him, and he's going to be able to get back in the backfield very quickly. So, again, we'll see how that manifests itself as the game goes on.
Ball back to the 30, 2nd down and 16. Back to pass. Little screen in the middle. And we fill it out pretty good. Vasily Santas with another big play. Sophomore hockey player. Moved down into Nashville to play hockey, and we got him out here playing football. 3:52 to go, the clock running. 3rd down and long. Looks like about 14. 32-yard line is your line of scrimmage. Jackson Hyatt, quarterback. Passing down. He's back to pass. Looking, waiting. Across the middle, incomplete. And Potts put good pressure on him and had to rush it. And the pass was a little bit long. And we will receive the punt. We're going to send back Warmbrode and Smith. Both of those guys had big plays last week for touchdowns. We have got some skill players on this team, Chandler.
Yes, it's a scary 1-2 punch there.
Grace Christian ready to punt. No rush. We just hold up their line, and he flops that off the side about 50-yard line. Almost hit his mom there in the stands.
Not the field position they were hoping to give us.
Really shagged that off his foot. Man, they're going to bring it back deeper than the 50. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be spotted at the 43. So we are 1st down and 43 for 6 in great short field position to add to this lead. You don't give us a short field. I don't think you can give us a long field. This is an explosive offense.
Mm-hmm.
Satterfield out to this side.
Got a Brock Haywood in at running back.
All right. The sophomore. He's had some big plays these last 2 years. And he's going to get it up the middle. Breaks away 40, 35. Hit after he gets the first down. Brock Haywood, give him a first. Great blocking up front. He went right up the gut before Grace Academy can stop him.
Love what a downhill runner he is. He's not trying to make every guy miss. He's said, listen, I'll give you, I'll take what you give me. I'll run right through you if that's what I have to do.
32-yard line, just inside the 32. And he's going to line up back there again with Jared Curtis. 2 wide outs and then a flanker. Curtis barks out the signals, 5 on the shot clock. And he gets it, Cuts inside, keeping it 30. Down the sideline, 25. To the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, no, they're going to.
What did he do? What did he do? Did he step out of bounds? He stepped out of bounds. He did not get in.
I was going to say.
He stepped on the line as he was tight roping, but he got it down inside the 5-yard line to the 4. It'll be first and goal. It's a shame. That was a great run.
I know. Sounded the train horn just a bit early, but yes, it was a great scramble. I think the delivery from the center was a bit off, and so he wasn't able to hand it off to Bryson Holt, but he was still able to make something out of it. And Bryson is in at running back.
They're full house backfield. Holt's going to get it left side, and they clog it up pretty good there. We were on the 9-yard line when the play ensued. It's first and goal at the 9. It'll now be second and about 9 again. I don't think he got anything. And is Bryson, is he hurt? Not sure who is it Bryson?
No, it's not Bryson.
Well, we're going to take a brief timeout. We haven't had one yet for our commercial breaks. And we'd love to hear from some of you. In fact, well, instead of taking a break, Chandler, let's look and see who is on the call-in here that would like a shout-out.
Well, I do know we have 82 people watching.
No
so
shout
that's
out
good
yet.
news. Just know the chat is just not no life in the chat. So if you're itching to say something, please we'll take whatever we can get at this point. And if it's bad, we'll just delete it.
Yeah, we won't mention if it's bad. We
won't delete it. Our gracious leader Andrew Atkins will take care of it.
Andrew Atkins censors all calls. So that's Cam Carden, and he's going to come off. With the assistance, looks like of Coach Satterfield and trainer Kim. He's going to walk off somewhat under his own power. And so we will face second and goal at the 9, 2:21 left in the first period. Coach Brothers out there making sure he's okay.
So it looks like we'll see with Cam resting up and getting healthy, we'll see probably Bryson Holt and Brock Haywood, maybe Michael Hoskins, another freshman in. At running back, we'll see. Looks like they've got Bryson out. Well, they got JT Robbins next to him.
Eagles lead 7-0. Ball on the 9. Second and goal at the 9. Curtis to throw, rolling to the right. Pass into the middle is complete to Warmbrough for 6. Touchdown, Nashville Christian. Nice play there. Curtis waited, fired, and had him. So we jumped up 13-point lead here in the first quarter. 2:01 left.
Oh, Jeff Falk, the Bible comedian himself,
all right,
is in the chat.
All right, Wyatt Martin with the hold of Warmbrough will attempt his second extra point, and it's up, and it is
no good.
Boy, he hasn't missed in a long time. We'll come back with our comments in a moment. We're going to take a timeout with the score. Nashville Christian 13, Grace Academy 0. Ready to tee it up. Wyatt Martin. He ought to be mad after that extra point. Let's see if he can bomb it into the end zone. Wyatt approaches the ball, and it's a line drive again. And that ball is going to be picked up at the 4. Back to the 10, 15, the 20. The carrier is hammered again in the middle of the field at the 22, so pretty good coverage that time.
That was Jaden Potts on the tackle.
Potts with another stop. So Grace Academy out of Franklin, and they've got a good-looking football team. They've got a good record, 5-1. So they've had a good year so far. And they trot onto the field. They got a good size, good-looking team there. Number 77 is who we noticed, George Stye at the tackle spot, the big senior. Ball off right tackle, nothing there. Grabbing him by the ankle was Nashville Christian. We just have such a low angle here. It's hard to see their numbers. JT Robbins with the tackle around the ankles. It's a pickup of less than 1. It'll be 2nd and long 9, 1:32 to go.
We got a couple alumni in the chat as well. Jack Stubblefield, Aaron Gray.
All right.
Aaron was watching last week. I think maybe he was our good luck charm.
Aaron made a lot of good blocks and tackles out on this field a few years ago.
That's right.
And here's the pass. Out, and a big misfire there. He wasn't close on that one. That's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Intended for who, though? Kyle Davidson.
You called it. You said he was going to get it a few times.
Tattoo it on your brains tonight, folks.
If he does get it, he is dangerous. And so the ball is brought back to the 24. 3rd down and 9, 1:06 to go. And Grace Academy needs to answer quickly. This game could get away from them, but last week we had a 21-3 lead, and we saw what happened. Hyatt rolls to the right. Pass down and out is also incomplete, and we have held again. So after the initial push at the first drive of the game, the Eagles have really stiffened up on defense and not allowed them anything. So they'll bring back their punter. I can't tell if it's number 3 or number 8. Oh, it's Lemon. I'm sorry. And he gets it away better this time. Hits at the 45. And picking up is that Satterfield picking the ball
Donovan.
up? I'm sorry, Donovan. He didn't want to let it die, so he picked it up and got a few yards back out of it. So Nashville Christian will take over, leading 13-0.
Got Lori McPherson.
Hello, Lori.
In the chat.
Lori has didn't hear my voice enough growing up, so she wants to hear it even more.
Listening with Melanie Cooper and Hudson.
All right. Shout out to Melanie and Hudson. Melanie Cooper came over to our house a lot. She's a cousin, and we spent a lot of money on her. So she really owes us a lot. 48 seconds to go, Nashville Christian. We're going under center this time. Don't see that much. And
good to see Cam Carden back.
And Cam doesn't get anything, but he's back on that field. That's the important thing. The Woodard in on the stop for a loss of about 1. 2nd and 11. Line of scrimmage to 36. Nashville Christian. You just joined us. Got on the board with a short run in the first quarter and then a bomb of 74 yards to Satterfield from Curtis. 36-yard line. This will be the last play of the first quarter. Curtis back to pass. Protection breaks down, steps into the pocket. He'll run, 35. Now he's going to throw. Whoa, he had JT wide open as the clock runs out in the first quarter. Great scramble by Curtis, but the pass was a bit awry. I'm not sure what awry is.
Off. It's a little high.
Rye bread. Okay, the home team up over the visitors, 13-0. Your home team is Nashville Christian. Visitors from Franklin, Grace Academy. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment.
Like a good neighbor.
Gray told us, such great announcers, you guys should cover wrestling matches.
All right. Well, we've Jeff Paulk suggested that we get me some binoculars. I don't think that'll help at this angle. And Jack Stubblefield said, go Kentucky Wildcats. We're not here to cover the Wildcats. It's the Eagles. I'm sorry, Jack. 36-yard line, 3rd and 11. Curtis out here to, no, Warmbroad, middle screen, 40, gets a block. 50, 45, cuts against lane 40, gets another block. Great run after the catch, down to the 32. We had a little inside screen, and he slanted back out to the outside. Nice pass. Warmbroad with the nice run after the reception, getting us down into Lion territory at the 31-yard line. 1st down and 10. Nice play, and we now have Grace Academy, who started the game with a little bit of momentum. We have taken that away and are trying to stomp downfield once again. Curtis under center. He'll go to Cam Carden, left side. Cuts back against the grain for a short gain, getting down to about the 28-yard line.
Cam looks absolutely fine after suffering a little injury, although he's going to walk off and catch a little rest here, and Warmbrough will check in.
We had some good blocking by center Nate Thompson, our guards Cooper Collins and Peyton Woodard, the tackles. A couple of big boys, Kevin Bradley and Devin Ray, and they're set to protect Jared Curtis. Looks like, is that Brock Haywood back there with him? It goes to Brock. Right side, they're going to sling him back for no loss. And nice collapse of our line over there on the left side of their defense. And that will bring up 3rd and long as he loses back to about the 30. And it will be 3rd down and 9 at that point. So Curtis will probably dial up a pass play, and we come to the line.
Wasn't a clean handoff, unfortunately. Brock ran right into Jared. I guess he's got to look to get out of his way, maybe take a half a step over.
Smith and Holt over here on the left side. Curtis back to pass. We've got a down and out. Did he complete it? He did. That ball is completed, and then stepping out of bounds is Satterfield, and he will pick up a nice 1st down. Ran out of real estate to keep him from turning it up to score. He was wide open. Takes the ball down to the 16. 1st down and 10 at that point. 9:54 to go. Well, they're running the clock, so I'm not sure why if he stepped out of bounds. I don't understand that. 1st down and 10. The ball is on the 16. Curtis again. He's got Carden back there with him. Man in motion this way. Warmbroad back to pass. Curtis looking, waiting. Under pressure. Now chases out of the pocket. He's going to put it down, run. No, he throws into the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Eagles. Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith wide open. Curtis looked like he was going to put it down and run.
There's a flag on the play, though.
Did he go past the line of scrimmage? Could have gone past the line. It was close. I think that's what they're going to call. The referee picks the flag up and places it, I think, where it happened. So that's an indication that Curtis went past the line. And you've got to it's in the pros, it's a pretty lenient call. You've got to have everything passed. But I'm not sure what the rule is on how much of the body has got to be behind or at the line of scrimmage. We'll find that out from Coach Jeff Brothers at lunch on Monday. Ball at the 19, 2nd and about 13, as the pass for a touchdown to Donovan Smith is negated by running past the line of scrimmage. So Curtis sets his team up again. We've got 2 wideouts to this side. Donovan Smith closest to your screen. To the right, Curtis back to pass. Steps up and is going to be tripped up and falls forward. I don't think he got back to maybe got back to his line of scrimmage after the penalty. So it's going to bring up 3rd and a long 13 to go. 9:08 and ticking. 2nd quarter, Nashville Christian 13. I'm not used to us being 13 because White makes them all usually. So still got a great percentage. So 3rd down and closer to 14. Curtis rolls to the left, looking, wants to fire the ball into the end zone. He does that. It is overthrown. So let's see if we go for a field goal. It would be of considerable distance, or do we look at this as 4-down territory? No, Wyatt Martin will come onto the field, and he may have a chance to set a personal record here. The line of scrimmage is inside the 20. They're going to put the ball down at the 27. This will be a 37-yard field goal for Wyatt Martin. It will be a personal best and one of the longest we have seen here in recent years. Wyatt marks it off. We lead 13-0, 37-yard attempt. Wyatt Martin waiting. There's the snap. Warmbroad has it down. Wyatt, it's up. It is going to be short.
Oh.
Didn't quite get there. It was end over end. It looked pretty, just didn't quite have the distance. So, timeout with the score. Nashville Christian still up 13-0 over Grace Academy. We're back. Grace Academy handing off right side. Nothing there. J.T. Robbins. And J.T. Robbins came into my homeroom the other day, and we watched the replay of the 4th down and 2-inch stand, and we gave all the credit to Kevin Bradley. J.T. hit him second to keep him from leaning forward, so J.T. wanted to make sure I gave him the credit due him.
That sounds like a thing JT would would have us do.
So it's now official.
That's
JT
okay.
Robbins helped win the game with Kevin Bradley.
We don't have instant replay in here, JT. Got to give us some
Yeah,
grace.
that's right. It's hard to tell who hit first. And Grace Academy going off right tackle. Nothing there. And speaking of Kevin Bradley, slings him to the turf. Nice pursuit by that defense. Bradley and Potts, your tackles. Vasily Santez and Ron DeMumbry on the ends. We've got Robbins and Carden, the linebackers. Smith on the corner. Braylon Toll on the other corner. Bryson Holt, freshman, pulls up all the way from his safety spot to pick up a receiver. Warmbroad and Andrews back at the safety spots. Back to pass. Pretty good coverage. The ball down the sideline. Did he catch that ball? That was an outstanding grab, and he catches it at the 32-yard line, and that's number 33, and that's Brock Woodard. Again, another nice pass, and that gets them a well-needed first down out to the 32.
It was a beautiful throw with some touch there from Hyatt. Cam had great coverage. He was right next to him, but you can't defend a perfect pass.
It was a really good, pretty good coverage. First down and 10 at the 32. Ball to Woodard this time again. That line collapses on top of him. I see Potts over there, DeMumbry helping out. And somebody kind of special to you, is that right? Chandler has dialed in.
Yes. Thank you, Mom, for the sweet text. Yes. Very kind.
Telling you to make sure you
brush my teeth
brush
tonight.
your teeth tonight.
You know.
Change your underwear once a week.
Right. Yes. Always got to check in on the baby boy.
Ball to 31. Second and 11. Hyatt. And the whistle will stop the snap. Somebody calls a timeout.
GCA.
Grace Christian Academy gives a timeout. And we are up to how many viewers now? How many we got viewing now, Chandler?
We got almost 100. We got 97.
All right, we got up to what, about 150 last week, Andrew? 170? So we may not hit that. Last week it kept growing as the game kept going.
was going to
with
say.
the incredible offensive output by both squads. And that game will be remembered by all those kids for life. It's one of the most memorable games, maybe in some ways. Well, we know it topped off scoring with 110 points total between the two teams. I'd love to see us play them again. That was a fun game to watch. Took about 4 hours.
That's true. It was pretty late getting home that night.
Grace Academy comes jogging back onto the field. I want to mention their center. I'm sorry, no, their right guard, Nate Perino. Only 5'3", 165, and he's out there giving his best. Great to see that guy out there. Nate Perino, I hope I'm saying that name right. And great to see him not afraid of anybody. And we got some big guys on that other side that he's having to go against.
I think Potts has typically been lined up across from him, so that's going to be a good matchup to watch tonight.
3rd down and 11. Actually closer to 10. It's 3rd and 10. 5:26 to go. Grace Academy badly needing to get on the boards. But Chandler, we've dominated the whole game, but they're one score from being right back in it.
That's right. Look out for Davidson.
There's 5 wideouts, 3 to this side, 2 to the other side, back to pass. And the pressure gets to him, and Potts got him first. And then DeMumbrium finished it. Potts got to him. He squirmed away, but then DeMumbrium wrapped him up. And, I mean, Potts didn't give him any time at all. There's no time for that play to develop. So, with the clock running, we've got a chance to go in with a 3-score lead if we can take it down the field. Back for Lemon's punt is Donovan Smith. He awaits it, and that ball's going to be blocked. It's picked up by Bryson Holt. He blocked it. He goes into the end zone and put another one in the Hall of Fame. What a play by Holt. He came untouched from the left side and blocked it beautifully right off the foot of the punter. Give Nashville Christian via Holt 6.
The scoop and score by the freshman. Oh, my goodness. And to finish the play and to have the focus to pick it up off the bounce and run it in. Love to see that from the young guy there. And he's going to get plenty of playing time over his next couple of years.
Great play. Wyatt Martin mad about that last one. And he may have hooked that one, did he? No, he got it inside the upright. Boy, it was the officials waited, but he got it just inside there. And that kick is good. And there's timeout on the field after freshman Bryson Holt blocks the punt, picks it up on the bounce, saunters into the end zone for 6. Nashville Christian 20, Grace Academy nil. Well, after the stirring block by Holt, we tee it up. Wyatt Martin, after giving us a 20-0 lead, well, he drills this one. This will be fielded back at the 3-yard line. Up the middle of 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's tripped up, fortunately, at the 35-yard line, then lunges forward to the 38. I believe DeMumbrium hit him around the socks.
That might have been a touchdown-saving little tackle there because he didn't have a whole lot left to go through after that.
Right, and but Wyatt Martin's back there waiting on him if he did. after the stirring tackle.
Who has a
last
tackle?
week.
That's right, this season.
That was one of the highlights that Andrew Atkins played at school this week. So the Grace Academy back onto the field, trying to get something. That they're really in a hole right now. They've got to answer these 3 touchdowns with something here. The Lions, I believe, waited too long to snap it. And we have put up 2 new play clocks on each end. So there's 25 seconds put on those for each play. So the quarterback can see where we're at. It's great that most high schools do have those now. And it's a great aid to the fans, but especially the players. So Hyatt will try to get something going this time. He's back to pass. Pulls it down. He's in trouble. Throws a little out pattern. It is complete nicely. And the receiver that time was Cooper Mason. Dragging him down was Warmbro, but not before a nice play completion to get the first down. And it stops the clock. That helps Grace. The Lions coming to the line in a 20-0 deficit. Actually, he did not get out of bounds, and so they're rolling the clock. Hyatt barks out the signals, sits his man down. He's got several wide outs. And now we've got a new no, that was Hyatt. And that ball is given off to Woodard again, and he's going to lunge forward for about 7 to the 30-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd down and 3. So Grace Lions are moving the ball as the clock continues to tick down toward the halftime. 2nd down and 3 to go. Taking a while to get the play in. Plenty of time on the play clock. And now looks like they've got their assignment. Right hash mark, right on the 50-yard line. Ball to the halfback. He's going to carry forward. He is short of the first. He did not get it. And the line collapsing down to get him. Hitting him first, Lawson Andrews coming up from his strong safety spot. Nice pursuit and race up by him. 3rd down, less than a yard.
I didn't see freshman Michael Hoskins in there at linebacker. He's checked in.
Is that number 22?
Yes, sir.
Well, Grace Academy in dire need of a score. The clock is down to 2.5, and I think they're going to call timeout. Yeah, the play clock was down to 4, and the coach ran out there and got the stoppage of play. So, Chandler, what's our take another look at our call-ins. We love to hear from you guys. Is there anything else worthy to mention from our fans?
Love to see one of my students in there, 8th grader Kane Klingscales of Kanemates YouTube channel. Go check out some hilarious animations there from Kane.
Kane, all right. And who is the life of Double J?
I believe that is Mr. Stubblefield.
Is that who the...
That's Jack.
Okay, Jack is the life of Double J.
That's right.
All right, Jack. Jack is staying with the action here.
I like Aaron Gray's recommendation of or suggestion of covering wrestling matches. You know, we could throw in all those words, the Punisher, you know, the takedown, actually I don't know a lot of wrestling.
Well,
lingo.
Wrestling was my great love as a kid, because the wrestling back then, it was real. It wasn't fake back in my day. Actually, it was, but you didn't have to be an athlete. Back then, it could be your Uncle Thurman up there, 35 pounds overweight, and he'd be a star. It's great. Anybody could be a wrestler back then. All right, 3rd down and 1 to go. 2:28 of the second quarter left. Quickly, they come to the line. They're going to probably try to sneak it quick. Let's see. Quarterback wants that snap. He goes left side. Does he get it? Gets outside, and he runs for that marker, and I believe he did get it. Davidson keeping it over there. I think we got a late hit over there. The Academy crowd cheering, I think, the 15-yard penalty that will be ensuing, pushing the ball deeper into Eagle territory. So Grace Academy is getting an opportunity to do something. It's 2:20 left. They have used 2 of their timeouts. So in college and pro ball, that's a lot of time. In high school, it's not as much just because of the style of play. But the ball is being pushed all the way down to the 30-yard line, so now they do have plenty of time. 1st and 30 to go for 6.
This will be the
yes.
Lions, best field position all night.
And they will have a chance to get back in this game. And so they race to the line. 2:14 to go. Everybody in the box there. Quarterback keeps it past the 30, lunges for about 4 before he's brought down. It looks like, was that number 61 for us? We don't have a 61. I'm not sure who that was that hit him. Bradley and Potts, your tackles. DeMumbrium and Santos, your ends.
The Lions in the last 2 plays have run a little wildcat with number 9, Kyle Davidson, in at quarterback here. They're going to do it for a 3rd time.
2nd down and 5. He's just going to get it and try to go left. Tries to get outside. Nothing doing. J.T. Robbins will give you total credit on that one, J.T. And he hugs the ref in the process. Good sportsmanship, J.T.
I think he was coming out to do a little celebration dance,
yeah,
and the ref kind of met him right there. And
jumped into the referee's arms.
It's kind of like when the students are goofing off, and then they're about to do something, and then they catch eyes with the teacher, and then they go back to – they kind of give them a little smile and get back to work.
They'll go into prayer mode then.
That's right.
3rd down and 7. The clock under a minute, so it's now a factor. Just 1 timeout left. Big play here for Grace. Gets the snap, rolling to the right, looking for a jump pass. The man is there, and he overthrew him. He had him by maybe a little step. It would have had to have been a perfect throw. It was a good play call.
It was a great idea.
4th and 7, and let's see if they consider this 4-down territory. And we've got new personnel coming in. The clock is at 45 seconds and stopped after the play.
Hyatt's
3
back
wideouts here. Hyatt's in at quarterback, and we jump. So that's going to give them an opportunity to have a 4th and short. Chandler, it will now be 4th and 2 as they march it inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
There's still 45 seconds left.
Cam was trying to shoot that gap where Potts has been lined up all night. I think he was hungry to get in the backfield there to cause turnover on downs.
Jackson Hyatt, senior quarterback, back for Grace. He's going to go left and pitched it forward. I didn't even see the handoff or pass, whatever it was. Shuffle pass, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a 1st down, and it stops the clock. Good play there to get the 1st down. And there's 39 seconds left. Well, now they're running it again. He went out of bounds. I don't know what's happening on the clock. It's the 2nd time the ball's gone out of bounds. And here Grace pounding at the right side down to 15, down to the 15. Potts there. They're going to have to call timeout here. But they're not. They're going to quickly assemble. 15 seconds, 1st and 10, and he spikes it. So good usage there to save that timeout left. So now, if they did get sacked, they would have time for the timeout. So they're going to have to go into the end zone with this one. And they're at the 18. The ball is spiked. The clock is wound.
We'll see if they go with the wildcat look that they've been running with Davidson this drive a couple times, or they're gonna. Looks like they'll stick with Hyatt and they're gonna line out Davidson in the slot on the left.
Crowd coming to life below us. 3rd down and 8. Nashville Christian up 20-0. 14 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Gets the play. 5 on the shot clock, the play clock. He's going to try to go right up the middle, and they're going to have to call an immediate timeout. Don't understand that call. He got 1 yard down to the 15. And are they not going to call timeout? 2 seconds, 1 second. What in the world? Okay, he got it with 1 second left. Not understanding that call at all.
Maybe they thought they were out of them. Whenever they could have checked the board.
They've got to go into the end zone. I thought they would do that on that play. Last week, with one play left in the half, Jared Curtis on a great Archie Manning scramble found Donaldson Smith, who kept the pattern alive, kept his route alive, and what an incredible way to end the half last week. So Grace Academy is going to try to dial up a similar type play. The ball right on the 15-yard line. It doesn't matter that it's fourth down. There's 1 second left. So let's see what the Eagles decide to keep people back or bring the heat. Let's see what they attempt to do. 1 second left in the half. In a Nashville Christian 20-point lead, they're going to come in for a field goal. This will be a 33-yarder. So Mitchell Lemon will come in. Let's see what he can do from 33. We're set to rush the ball down. The kick, it's got plenty of distance. It's got plenty of height. That kick is no good. He missed it. Man, he hammered it nicely. Put it well into the bushes to the creek, but it was wide right, and the Eagles do hold. And so we'll have a timeout here briefly. In a few moments, Jeff Fincher, our chief financial officer, is going to come in. We're going to do an interview with him and talk about where we are presently and where we're headed later. And so look forward to having him come up to join us. We'll take a brief timeout. Again with the score, Nashville Christian 20, Grace Academy nothing. Back in a moment.
Welcome to the field, your junior Eagle cheerleaders. They will have another clinic during basketball season for anyone interested in participating that will be performing at a middle school basketball game. Let's go,
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. Come on, rock the way we rock it, so don't stop.
Ready? All right, back here at Eagle Field, this is Mike McPherson with Jeff Fincher. Jeff is our chief, well, I guess we'd call you actually the chief development officer. And I know that means fundraising. What all does that mean, Jeff?
Well, when I describe it to people, I like to say that I get to build things. So that is buildings, programs. I get to build the school and make the school a better place.
Well, this is your second year here, and I know you were at Lipscomb, and I was there 18 years.
University.
Yeah, and I was at the high school 18 years and graduated from there. And we're glad to have you here. And so,
do you know, by the way, one of the first times we met, I was teaching a class in the College of Bible and Ministry at Lipscomb, and I asked you to come and do to guest lecture on the Old Testament for me, and you did a great job.
That was about 75 years ago, it seems like. Well, where do you see us headed? It's a very healthy school. Our enrollment is an all-time high. What are some of the plans and things that you think are going to develop here in the future?
Well, I am really encouraged and really excited about where we are as a school right now. So I was actually here 25 years ago as the campus minister, and then to be back now and to see it growing at the pace that it has grown to where it is today. And we continue. Our board has put together an amazing vision for the next 10 years at Nashville Christian School. That is to grow the school deeper, not necessarily bigger.
Right.
And so we're in the process of we're in the silent phase of a capital campaign right now, the largest campaign in the school's history. Which has a lot of people flabbergasted because it's going to be a significant, this phase specifically will be a significant, you'll see a lot of change on campus, a significant amount of change, where we're going to build an event center that'll be just over here between the high school gym and the lower school. We're going to renovate the Gibson building, which that building was, we broke ground on that building 40 years ago this year.
Yeah, I was about to say the Gibson building originally went back to the Civil War days, I believe. So I'm glad we're going to do something different with that, and it still be the Gibson building, I'm hoping.
That's right.
Well, Jeff, one thing I've appreciated you coming out of your ivory tower office with the other Jeff and participating in chapel, and you've gotten to kind of know the kids. And a lot of administrators, especially in the financial area, do a great job. They work hard at their school, but they don't know the kids. But now you're part of the day-to-day. Tell us how that feels, what that means to you personally.
Well, I will. This is one of my kids right here. This is Celia, and one of the reasons that I love getting to be a part of the everyday life of the school is because I have 3 kids that are at Nashville Christian. One in 5th grade, this one in 3rd grade, and one in kindergarten. And I've always enjoyed singing and worship, and I've got a degree in theology, and so I have a great passion for that as well. And so anytime that I can help, if there's something I can do to help deepen the faith of our students and strengthen the spiritual life on our campus, I want to be able to do that. And so I've been blessed by people like Jeff Polk, our new campus minister, who allows me to get to be a part of worship and to get to help grow the school spiritually.
Well, you were here 25 years ago. What's the biggest change for you to come back on the campus? And there's been a lot of improvements. This facility here looks a lot different than when I came over here from Ezel Harding as the play-by-play guy for them back in the old days in the 80s and 90s. What's the biggest change coming back from what you saw a couple of decades and a half ago?
The biggest change by far is the people, the depth of people, and not to say that it was bad 25 years ago, but the faculty and the staff that we have now are just they're amazing, and and they're here for all the right reasons. They have a great passion for this place, and they are some of the best at what they do that you'll find anywhere. And then not only that, but our students, our students are fantastic. Our parents, our volunteers. It just walking around at the tailgate today and just watching these volunteers that have been here since 3 o'clock in the afternoon,
right,
setting up and and really pouring their hearts into this place and not getting paid a dime for that, but they're doing it because they love this place. And that's, family is the word that I always come back to when it comes to the people at Nashville Christian. It's always been a family, but
Right.
I really feel that now more than ever, especially after that's the biggest difference that I see after 25 years.
Well, and we have so many people, of course, that have joined us since I've been here the last 12 or 13 years, but we've got people in the administrative offices. They've been here since the 70s and 80s. I mean, they are truly lifers.
Yes.
And, we all know in private education, a lot of people could go other places and make more money. But like you said, chosen to be here. Coach Jeff Brothers, I think, is one of the best coaches in the state.
Agreed.
He could probably be coaching college right now if he wanted to.
Agreed.
And when I first came here, he did so well. I don't know anything about football, but I knew they were drilled well. I thought, we're not going to keep him. But this is his mission field.
Absolutely. Not only one of the best coaches in the state, but one of the best people I know. Jeff will literally, throughout the week, will do anything that needs to be done on campus. He's from cleaning the smallest thing
right.
to buying new buses to
yeah, he's not too big to do anything. And he helps us with the broadcast in basketball. He's a supporter of all the sports. And so many times schools say, oh, well, the football coach only cares about football. Well, that's not the case here. If you think that, you are misguided. Because he is just super at support for everything, be it the academics. I've seen him helping kids in math. He was a Vandy student, so he's pretty sharp.
Absolutely.
In that area.
And and his wife is here. She works here. Both of his kids were here. One of them's graduated and is now doing amazing things at Auburn in their engineering school, while their youngest is a junior this year, and they're all in, and I love that.
Well, speaking of people that are lifers, Connie Jo Shelton, our president, played basketball here.
Yes.
Her dad, Donnie Keaton, this field is named after him. We had him for 5 years when I was at Diesel Hardy, but she's truly the face of the school.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more. She has been a friend of our family's, a personal friend since we were here 25 years ago. My wife and I have been married 23 years. She came to our wedding, and we've just known her for that long. And to get to work with people like that not only that you admire and respect professionally, but you just really like personally,
right.
is a huge gift to get to do that. And her passion for this place, her passion not just for this place, but especially for the kids here,
right.
for the families here. And she's got this unbelievable ability to know people's names and to know their stories and to know everybody's name and story.
She's at all there she is right there below us. She is she's also at all the athletic contests, and she knows so many of the kids by name.
Yes.
And if you are out there looking for a place to come, our administrators will know every kid in their school area by at least their first name in the first 9 weeks. People I don't think fall through the cracks as much at a place like this. But Dr. Jeff, thank you for being in here.
My pleasure.
Celia, thank you for stepping in. Did you have anything to say?
Go Eagles.
All right, that's
Go
a pretty
Eagles.
good way for y'all to sign out of the booth, and appreciate it. And we'll see you here for the second half.
Thank you, Coach
Thank
Mike.
you, Dr. Jeff. All right, we'll go back to the field, and looks like we've got 2:30 on the clock. We'll take a brief break. Back in a moment.
affected by infant loss. The Skylar Rose Foundation strives to support the health, well-being, and healing of families affected by infant loss, providing support for mothers and fathers as they adjust to life without their children by providing educational and mental health resources to build a safe place to break the stigma behind infertility issues and pregnancy loss, so no woman or man has to suffer in silence alone. On behalf of the Skylar Rose Foundation, we would like to say thank you to the administrative staff, our family and friends, and the entire Nashville Christian School community for your continued support and love for the Skylar Rose Foundation.
Yeah, Northwest Clarksville, yeah. Only 2 home games left after this one. Okay, and then we have DCA here.
Okay, you're going to run that down in a minute. Back at Eagle Field, Mike McPherson with Chandler Clark. And we have got 20 up on the board for a halftime lead. And we have pitched a shutout so far against a good Grace Academy team. This is not a bad team. They've had some good wins. They're 5-1. They've put up a lot of points on the board, and they've got a good team. But we've got some speed. We're hard to guard. We're big up front. We can collapse a line real quickly. And so Wyatt Martin is going to tee it up. I think we've got about 90 viewers, and hope if you're tuning in, if you want to drop a little note, or if you want to shout out to anybody out there on the field that you're supporting personally, let us know, and Chandler will give you that shout out. Wyatt Martin to tee it up as we get underway in the second half. And here we go. Deep kick back to the 7. Ball to the 10. Trying to meander toward the middle, and we're going to throw him down there as a flag is thrown. Hoskins and Robbins on the stop. We'll see what the infraction is. Haven't gotten the indication yet. Looks like they're going to mark it off against the other guys.
Block in the back.
Block in the back. So that's going to put them in a hole, which they could ill afford to happen, is they've got to start inside the 10 all the way back to about the 7. So they've got a long way to go. They got 1st and 93 to go for a touchdown. So here we come to the defense. Master rush, first play of the first half. The second half, excuse me. Pass is going to be caught and then immediately popped down there. Is complete, and then covering was Donovan Smith, so he doesn't get maybe 2. We'll give him 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. Good coverage there by the Eagles, Donovan Smith.
So nice job by Davidson high pointing that pretty high throw. Shout out to former Nashville Christian quarterback Matt Ogle in the chat.
Matt
cheering on his former team.
Matt, long ways off. Glad you're tuning in. Matt, years ago before I was here, hit a famous regional shot at the buzzer that made him infamous. And his brother had about 30 against Lead Academy one night. So those are the 2 games I remember about those 2 guys. 11:05 to go. And Grace had to call a timeout. So they're already burning one here. So we'll do a timeout also as both teams huddle with their respective coaches. With the score, Nashville Christian 20, Grace Academy nil. Back in a moment. One of my freshman students, Spencer Powell, says hi, so glad you're tuning in, Spencer. I guess you're at home doing your homework, I'm sure. 2nd down and 8. And they try to go up the middle, and there's nothing there. Ryan DeMumbrium. And we're, at this point, Chandler, we're just totally dominating both sides of the line. They can't do anything. Clock in the 3rd quarter is winding inside of 11 minutes. And Grace back in the shadow of their goalpost. So we've got 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9. And we're not giving them very much breathing room at all. So the Academy, Grace, trying to get a big play here, back to pass. He's got time across the middle, complete. Nice completion, and he's going to push the ball and drag his knee, I believe, short, covering J.T. Robbins, dragging him down, and it's going to be close, but they're going to have to punt. It was a good pickup. He lacks 1 yard, and I know it's tempting for them to go for it, but if they don't, they're just giving us 6.
And remember, folks, Bryson Hall had a blocked punt return for a touchdown in the first half, and so we'll see if he tries to sneak over to the line and catch the punter off guard once again.
You know, he's thinking about that again. He might be out here covering a receiver, though. Is that right?
I think he is.
Now they're going to shift into a kind of lonesome polecat over here. Man, they don't have anybody to block in a really crazy formation. The clock runs out on him, 4th and 1. Not sure what all that was about. A lot of people moving around, going nowhere. So that's now, boy, that's a big play. 4th down and now about 6. Now he's standing there at the goal line. He's got to get it out of there. We blocked the last one there. Boy, it goes off his foot again. Oh, my goodness. We're going to get the ball inside the 30. Just 2 tough kicks for him. He's had a tough night. Two that he's flubbed off his foot, and then 1 block for a touchdown. So he won't sleep well tonight. That's a tough night for him. So we're going to have a short field. It's only going to be 26 yards, 1st and 26. So we can just about put this game out of reach with the score here. Chandler?
That's right. I want to give a shout out to Blair Otero, number 4, grandparents from Kansas watching.
Good to have y'all joining in again. So if you get a chance to skip across the country to catch it live, we'd love to have you. And we've got an I formation. Tailback, Cam Carton, he gets it. Pushes past the 25, and boy, he's hard to bring down. He's still going inside the 20, still going. And it gets the good yardage right up the middle.
You know, when he's dragging the pile like that, it's hard to think about how he was not moving at one point, you know, on his back in the first quarter, but he looks A-okay to me.
He's going to pick up about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. The ball nosed right on top of the 20-yard line. We've got Satterfield over there on the right. Smith closest to your camera screen. Back to pass. It goes to Smith, and he tries to make a move and doesn't get anything past the reception yardage, which is about to the 18, maybe the 17. So a pickup of a couple. He does shorten the yardage there for the first, and they're going to put it right on the 17, 3rd down and 1. 8:20 to go of your third quarter. Eagles up 20-0. They go under center again. They haven't been under center this many times this year. Curtis, he'll probably give it to Cam Carton. He runs off right side and stumbles. Boy, he saw the end zone and tripped up. Turf Monster got him, but he's got a first down to keep the drive going. So Grace Academy in a world of hurt right now as we go under 8 minutes of the third quarter. This could be a really tough nail in that lid. Ball nosed inside the 15. We'll call it the 14. And the officials have a stoppage of play. Braylon Toll checking in late. I'm not sure what the stoppage was, and now they wind it. And we come to the line once again under center with Cam Carton in the back of it. 1st and 10 at the 14. Jared Curtis looks over the defense, and he's going to roll to the left. He wants to throw, does he? Waiting into the end zone, no good. Demumbrium wanted a holding penalty called, but to his chagrin, they do not throw the handkerchief.
There was a little tug of the jersey, but I think it was at the end where the ball was already past Ryan, so not going to get the yellow laundry on that one.
2nd and 10. Clock stops at now the scoreboard has just gone crazy for a second. And we've got 7:30 here. Oh, okay, they've adjusted it. We had a little some type of shortage or outage there for a second. We're good. Oh, well, we're not good on this play. It bounces off Curtis. He's going to try to run, and he's not going to get anything. It's thrown for a loss. It'll be 3rd and really long, as we apparently snapped it before Curtis was ready, and it'll be a loss to make it 3rd down and about close to 14.
It's one of those moments where you wonder, does Jared try to do too much? Just extending the play sometimes, could it cause more problems than you originally had? And that was a case where, you know, if you would have fallen on it, would have only lost a few, and trying to reverse field and make something out of it and lost a few more.
3rd down and 14, ball on the 18, 6:50 to go here in the third quarter. We've got 2 wideouts this side, 1 the other side. Curtis back to pass. Got plenty of time, throwing the ball down toward the end zone is complete. Ball caught down there at the 5-yard line by Jaden Satterfield, who earlier in the game had a 74-yard aerial bomb from Curtis for 6. And that gets it down to 4th down and 2. And they're going to bring in Martin, and he's going to get another chance. And this one will be a little shorter. It's going to be, looks like at the 13, making it a 23-yarder. He'll have no trouble getting it there. Ball down, kick up. That kick is going to go just inside the upright. Good. There's timeout on the field with the score after the 23-yard field goal by Wyatt Martin. Your Eagles up 23 over the Lions from Grace Academy back in one moment.
We're better than we thought we were.
Ready to tee it up. It's now 23-0. It's a 3-score game if Grace is thinking about 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. Otherwise, it's a 4-score lead. Wyatt Martin punches it deep, and I think we went offsides because the flag and whistle happened right at the kick. The official will call offsides on the Eagles, so we'll tee it back up at the 35. Not sure who got past the kicking line. Braylon Toll temporarily huddled the kicking team to tell them something. And the ball will be teed up at the 35-yard line as we have just gone under the 6-minute mark in what has become a rather uneventful game after a couple of fireworks in the first half. And we're just waiting to see if Grace Academy can do something to get some kind of life going. They haven't had much to cheer about with their packed faithful. They have filled up their stands for the most part over there. Not quite as much as Davidson Academy. We had quite a crowd here last week in a game that will be talked about through the ages. And here's our kick, and he punches it toward the right. It'll be caught by an up back. He's got it at the 20, the 25 to the 30, and he's going to be hammered there, initially being hit by Cam Carden. Is that right? Is that what you saw, Chandler?
It's actually Bryson Holt, number 21, who had the
Was
blocked
it Bryson?
punt scoop and score earlier.
All right. So defense back out there on the field quickly, and Grace Academy trying to get something going after their first drive of the game, and they got a fumble, and then the last drive of the half they got down there but missed a field goal. So their 2 best drives ended with a fumble and a missed field goal. Other than that, they have done about nothing on offense. So they really want the Lion faithful to come to life with some big play here. They need a big splash in a big way, and now we've got another handkerchief thrown right at the center. And is that delay a game? I don't know what that call was.
Illegal substitution.
Okay, illegal substitution. So that'll march 5 back, 1st and 15. $5:49 to go in a 23-0 domination by Nashville Christian. Quarterback Hyatt barks out signals. Goes to the left to throw. Pass down and out is a good completion, but only for about 3 yards. So not much there. Bryson Holt, your freshman, knocked him out again. So good defensive coverage by the Eagles. And Chandler, we just got a subdued crowd on both sides. Not a lot fireworks, nothing like what we had last week, of course.
Exactly. Any game compared to last week was just not going to hold its weight.
Yeah, we can't top that. We're going to go on the road next week to Clarksville Northwest, and that's on a Thursday night. And we don't bring you the away games, unfortunately. Rolling to the right. Hyatt looking, waiting, and that pass is knocked up in the air. Suspended for a moment in the air, but we couldn't get it to it for the interception. 3rd and 12. Again, good coverage by the Eagles. Right now we have snuffed out about everything they've had. So they need some big play, whether it's lucky or execution. They really need something badly.
I'd say the Eagles have not pitched a shutout all season, so that might be the challenge, the goal for the defense tonight. Can they hold the Lions to 0 points?
All right. Ready to rush on a 3rd and 12. Quarterback rolling to the right. He's got time. Down and out pass is complete. Did he catch it? Or did he bumble it and fumble it and stumble with it out of bounds, and it's incomplete?
And look who is there to break it up. It's Bryson Holt.
Bryson Holt. We're saying that name quite a bit. Bryson Holt.
Yes. The receiver had it, but Bryson was able to get his hands in there and kind of jumble it around. And receiver lost possession and regained possession, but he was out of bounds. So heads-up play. Bryson could be the MVP of the night with the plays he's made both on special teams and defense.
That was actually a good pass, and Bryson, as Chandler indicated, got his hand in there and caused him to shuffle the ball. And here's Lemon. He gets a good one away. Good. Back to the 40, and boom. Knocked down immediately is Donovan Smith. Nice coverage there. Tenen. Good job on the coverage there, but we've got still got good field position. 1st and 60 at our 40. 4:40 to go. So the Eagles still looking to get a touchdown this half. They've gotten a field goal and looking for kind of the put-away play here to end this thing early. Maybe get some reserves in there. Pass real quickly over here to number 9, Smith. Down the sidelines, gets good yardage, shoved out of bounds in Lion territory. As he tightrope down the sideline, pushing the ball into Lion territory to the 45. Nice play on a quick out here. Ball nosed exactly on the 45-yard line.
Screen play is only as effective as the people who are blocking downfield to open up those lanes, and J.T. Robbins gets credit for that. So nice job clearing up a path for Donovan to get the first down.
4:20 to go. 1st and 10 at the 45 in a 23-0 lead. Ball right side, Carden, 45, 40. On his way, 35-30. Will they catch him? I don't think so. 25-20, 15-10, 5. He stumbles, ladies and gentlemen, tripped up, but it's too late. Give him 6. Cam Carden, touchdown, Eagles. They were nipping at his heels, but they could not get him in time. When they tripped him up, he was diving and falling and lunging for 6.
And credit again, J.T. Robbins, back-to-back plays. He pulled in front for Cam and made a couple of nice downfield blocks, and Cam finished the rest of the story there.
Warnbro to hold. Martin to kick, ball down. Placement is good. The kick is good. That may have put this one away. 30-0. Nashville Christian pulling away from Grace Academy Lions from Franklin, Tennessee. So we'll take a brief break in the action with the score. 30-0, Nashville Christian. Back in a moment. Nashville Christian exploding to a 30-point lead after the classic last week. Sorry we keep referring to it. It's just a game for the ages, and I've never seen anything like it. But we've done a good job of moving past the euphoria of last week to continue doing our job and taking care of business at Eagle Field. Wyatt Martin to approach and slams it down inside the 5. Picked up at the 5, 10, 15, 20. Carrier not going to get much as we we hit him there, and that's Potts. Potts really likes to hit people. I don't want to run into Potts on a ball field.
I think you should put that on his, skills on his job interviews, on his resume. What are you skilled at? I'm really good at hitting people.
He likes to hit people in a legal way, but he does it where I'm sure it doesn't feel legal when they get their teeth rattled. So Grace Lions come out trying to put something together. They just haven't had a lot to cheer about. Their fans over there kind of sitting on their hands waiting. And here's a pass. That pass is almost intercepted by J.T. Robbins.
No.
Oh, was that Lawson Andrews?
It was.
Good reception there. We do have a running clock. I thought it was 35 before the running clock. I don't know if the other team can elect to do it early. Davidson Academy trying to go off left side, and a good run there, pushing the ball up is number 33 Woodard again, and Potts once again on the tackle.
Shout out Coach Brothers' mother-in-law watching from North Carolina.
All right. Tracy Brothers' mom from North Carolina. Glad she's tuning in. And
staying safe over in the Carolinas.
And also your daughter cooked a team meal last night and brought in some for some of us, to the leftovers. And it was poppy seed chicken.
Ooh,
so
classic.
We appreciated that. Ball off the left side. Running back getting, this is Woodard getting some spare room finally, pushing the ball into Eagle territory. So a nice run there. Woodard going down the left side, bounced off tackle, got down the sideline before he shoved out of bounds. The clock is running, so we'll get out of here a little sooner if they keep running it. Maybe we can see some younger players getting in the fourth quarter. That might not happen if Grace sticks it in right here. I can pretty much guarantee you we probably won't be able to afford to do that. 48-yard line. Grace trying to do something here. Potts pursuing. Pass is nicely caught on an out route by Davidson again. Covering was Andrews.
I think they're going to get holding, though, on the Lions. Yeah, Potts was inches away from the quarterback, and the lineman just wasn't going to let him have him.
So that's going to mark it off. The clock mercifully is running, so that's really good in a game like this. So we'll get home at a reasonable hour in a blowout. But, it's not 50, 60 to nothing. We've beaten a lot of decent teams badly, and we haven't blown them out. I know they feel like it is, but it has not been, a 50 or 60-point embarrassment where the game was just over in the first quarter. So they've got a good team. They're outmatched tonight, but they've got a good team. They can have a good record going into the playoffs. So they're watching the clock. It's ticking down inside 9 seconds, and this will be the last play of the half. Back to pass. Pass is complete over there, and that was Hyatt's pass on an out route to Davidson. Not for much. The clock will run out in the third quarter. Bryson Holt once again on the stop. So as the crowd sings Sweet Caroline, we'll take a brief break as you listen to the music and the cheering section. 30-0, back in one moment. We open play for the fourth quarter, and we're going to probably end this game maybe by 9 o'clock. Close to it, maybe a little bit after. Hyatt trying to get something really going, back to pass. Looking, waiting, uncorks a long one downfield. It is just out of the reach of the receiver, Carter. And coverage back there, pretty good by Blair Otero and Braylon Toll.
That's the first time we've seen them really chuck it downfield.
Right.
Everything has been these short little in routes and slants. So if it was just a little, if you put a little less mustard on it, it might have had a little connection there.
They need to try a couple of those, just see if they can break something big. It's 3rd down and 25. So they've got to have a monster play here. And here comes the pressure. He steps up, avoids it. Pass down and out is bobbled, and we could have gotten a late hit there. Fortunately, Blair held up enough to not get that. It's going to be 4th down, and, yeah, they're bringing in their punt team. They don't really have a choice. Too far. I mean, that's 4th and 25. So they're going to punt. Lemon back. He's had a tough night. Hopefully he can get a good one off here. He's had 2 go off his foot and then another one blocked for a touchdown. So Lemon will try to get this one out of there. Gets it, and a good one this time again. Good job. Smith at the 30. Breaks up, 35, trying to get outside 40. Gets a block, 45-50. Cuts back against the grain and is pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And that clock is still running, so Chandler will get out of here at a reasonable hour.
I like the sound of that.
It's funny, last week with all the touchdowns, the game went on, but we weren't talking about getting out of here. It was just like more ice cream and cake. It just kept pouring and pouring. And what a contest. And we're going to quit talking about it here in, well, maybe we won't ever.
A decade.
46-yard line of Grace. We come out. There's Donovan Smith closest to your screen. And we're going to go upstairs, working on the passing game. Down and out play is complete to Brock Haywood. Nice play. He gets 6 yards up to the 40-yard line. Knocked out of bounds, but that doesn't affect the clock in this contest because we've got the mercy rule to help get this game over. And we have got 2nd and about 4 for a first and 40 for 6. Smith again this side. Warmbroad and Satterfield wide out to the left. Quarterback Jared Curtis back to pass. Under pressure. Oh, he breaks away nicely. Rolling left. He's going to put it down and run. Gets to the 40. Cuts against grain. 35 to the 30 to the 25. Runs over a man at the 20. 15, 10, 5. Did he get in? Did he get in? They're going to call him out. He lowered his head like Herschel Walker and bowled over the defender and kept running and ran out of real estate over on the far side to get it to the 3-yard line. What a scramble by the freshman. 2nd and goal at the 3. We're probably going to get to Holt. Jared, although he deserves to carry that one in for a touchdown here, but I'm sure it's going to go to Bryson Holt. Let's see. And it does. Left side, Holt. 3, 2, 1. Did he lean into the end zone? Did he get into the end zone? I think they shoved him back. He's right there at the line. 7:50 to go in the contest. 30-0, Nashville Christian. Ready to punch one in, and maybe some of the younger kids can get in. They come to the line. So we're going to try to just punch it in one more time. The clock will stop. When we get this in, it's now under the 7.5-minute mark. And it goes to Holt again. He will walk in. Touchdown, Nashville Christian. Bryson Holt with a 1-yard run to push the game to 36-0. And the clock does stop at 7:23. So we'll see if we can get a few younger players into the contest. Wyatt Martin for another attempt. Warmbro to hold. Kicking toward the creek. Wyatt Martin waiting. Snap, ball down, kick is blocked. They did a good job of getting in on it. So we've had 2 conversions that didn't make it up and over. But fortunately, that will not be a factor in this contest with the numbers the way they are at 36-0. Nashville Christian back in a moment. Well, there's a lot of young guys looking forward to this next possession with hopes of getting into the contest here in your final 7 minutes. The clock is now running again. I thought they usually waited till it was kicked, but the officials are wanting to get out of here also. So Wyatt Martin will tee it up. Grace Academy wanting to get something on the board before the contest mercifully comes to an end. And here's your kick. Wyatt drills it deep. Caught at the 6. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Breaks outside, gets a nice job of running, and a flag thrown in. That looked more like it might be a face mask the way it was thrown in there. We'll see. They do stop the clock at 6:23 to go.
Yep, face mask.
Oh, it was on us.
It was.
Blake Womble in the contest, number 58. So, no, I don't think we've got reserves coming in here.
No, everybody looks like they're part of the first or second team.
46-yard line for Race Academy.
Would love to see some of my 8th graders get out there on the field, especially because senior Donovan Smith's youngest brother, Pearson Smith, who's an 8th grader, has his pads on, so we'll see if he gets to go in with his brother.
And the pass, long downfield, just out of the reach of Kyle Davidson.
Oh.
A good route. Hyatt. Now we've got some late flags. What do we got?
A little late game frustration.
Yeah, Grace is a little frustrated there. They do stop the clock on the penalty, apparently. 5:31 to go. Well, flags were thrown. Personal foul on Grace Academy. So I think, Chandler, you're right. That was a little bit of a frustration play.
Hopefully our guys weren't egging them on too bad across the line there.
Ball to 31. So they got first and looks like about 25. And the Mumbrium's got some cramps. So they'll get him out of there. Grace rushing out onto the field to face a 2nd and 25. 5 minutes left in the contest. Back to pass, a quick out is complete, but not going to get much. 33-yard line, I believe Womble brings him down. As the clock continues to wind.
Got Nate Thompson checked in there as well on the defensive line.
Looks like everybody else is starters, I believe. So 4:38 to go. Maybe some can get in here if we go back on offense. Trying to get Otero over here to cover. Back to pass. Down the middle will be underthrown. The ball goes incomplete, but the clock does not stop, Chandler. It's 36-0. So we're winding things up here. 4th down, and they'll punt again. So, all right, maybe when we go on offense, we'll get some new blood in there in a 36-0 comfortable lead. Lemon back. He's gotten a couple of good ones away after struggling early. Under 4 minutes now and running. 5 on the play clock. They'll get it off. No rush. Oh, he gets this one off nicely. Fielded at the 35. 40. Oh. 45. Great move there. Is that Donovan?
Yes.
Donovan carries to the 45. And have we got new guys coming in?
I'm looking to see. We do. We have a few. I see. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Number 15, Pearson Smith, 8th grader.
All right.
With his brother, Donovan Smith, number 9.
Pearson.
We got number 76, Brendan Rainey. Junior is out there as well. Oh, man. Wouldn't it be amazing if they cooked up something for them together? Look at them right here at the bottom of your screen. Brothers. Love it.
Curtis still in at quarterback. Let's see what they do here, leading 36-0 with 2:40 to go. Curtis is going to let as much time run off the clock. It's down to 7 seconds. And here's the snap. And the ball handed off to Haywood. And he'll punch forward for maybe a yard.
There we go.
Pearson comes out.
You got to play in there with Big Bro.
36-0, 2:10. Looking to see if we're getting other guys in.
I think everyone else's first team.
Curtis probably will hand to Haywood. And he does. Left side, nice push forward for 9, actually 10 yards. And here comes some new guys in. I'm not sure who number 11 is now. Let's see if we can get some of the other guys in.
I know who number 11 is on the middle school team. It kind of looks like him. It's hard to tell with the helmets on.
Right.
Kind of looks like Matthew Edens, so if it is, I'm right, but I don't know.
Clock down to a minute 9, minute 8, and Curtis will take a knee. We'll probably do 3 of those and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So next week, we got a penalty. That's not going to. I think it's going to tick on down here. So we'll be at Clarksville Northwest next week. Nice win. We will push to 4-2. And our next home game back in 2 weeks?
Be Columbia Academy.
Right. That'll be a big game here. So, Chandler, run down the scoring for us as this ticks out here.
Well, we had a 74-yard strike to Jaden Satterfield in the first quarter, and then a 9-yard catch by James Warmbrode. Bryson Hull had the blocked punt, scoop, and score in the second quarter. We had a Field goal made by Wyatt Martin. Then the 45-yard touchdown run by Cam Carden in the third. And then the last score was Bryson Holt punching it in from 1 yard out. And that brings us to 36-0 shutout at Keaton Field.
Chandler, thank you again for spotting. Our producer, as always, the legendary Andrew Atkins. Great job by Sawyer Binkley up on the camera. Mr. Andrew has the unenviable task of getting a new camera person every week, and they've done an outstanding job each time. And it's not an easy job. I hate it, and I'm not good at it, and these kids have done an outstanding job. So, for Andrew Atkins and Chandler Clark, this is Mike McPherson. And Chandler, we thank you for your time. At this time, until next time, on this, the Eagle Football Network.